Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And I got something kind of exciting. Now, reason, and I'm going to jump right to the conclusion. The reason it's exciting is the price. This is the GPX R633B AM/FM shortwave radio. And it normally sells for like $20 on Amazon. It's on sale now for just over $10. And at $10, this is a pretty good radio. Now, at $20, yeah, I don't know. But $10, and the thing is, what Amazon does is, starting in about June every year, they start closing things out, reducing the inventory, and they'll put things on super sale. Now, this is brand new, totally guaranteed by Amazon radio. It's not used, it's not, a refurbished or anything. It's brand new. $10 on Amazon. It's in my Amazon store right now. If you want to go get one, grab it before they disappear. Because these sales, they don't last long. So, by the time you view this video, the sale might be over. And I apologize for that. But I moved this review up above other things I wanted to review because of that timing. Now, let's talk about the radio. It's AM/FM radio. It's shortwave. It includes shortwave. It's a digital clock. It has an alarm function and a sleep function. It has a headphone jacks, and it has a built-in speaker. I'm not sure the built-in speaker is a feature. I don't know of too many radios that don't have a built-in speaker. But anyway, moving on. So that's the box. Let me get the box out of here. Here's the manual. Well, I wouldn't call this is a really poor excuse for a manual. It tells you how to power it on, and it comes with an AC adapter. It comes with that, and so it's kind of tabletop size. Let me move it up to the forefront here. It's kind of tabletop size, so you'd probably want to have it on your nightstand or your computer stand. And of course, it's portable. It uses 3 D-cell batteries, so it'll probably play forever on D-cell batteries. Because the electronics in these things are tiny, not much to them. And you could find probably the same electronics in a radio, though it's about this big, little hand radio. Anyway, shows you how to set the clock and the sleep timer, set the alarm. Tuning the radio tells you to turn the little knob on the side to tune the radio. Tuning shortwave. Okay. This is kind of the features, which is really not the features. You think I've covered everything. Okay, let's just take a look at the radio. Here's the radio. And boy, look at that reflection. It does have right here all super glossy partition right here. Partition? Where'd that word come from? I don't know. So sorry for the reflections. Two Hands in a Radio show reviewed this radio quite a while back, and it appeared that he got a used one, even though he bought it as a new one. I mean, the packaging was all screwed up. It didn't have the AC adapter, or at least he didn't mention it, and it didn't have the little crib sheet here. And it had a lot of finger marks. Maybe they were his. I don't know. So, and he didn't like it at all. He did not like it at all. I kind of like it, especially for $10. I mean, AM/FM shortwave, and it has a speaker, a built-in speaker right here. All right, let's go on. Buttons. Time set, alarm set, light, and then those also, when the radio is on, those serve as a button to turn the backlight on. Backlight. That's a joke. I gotta show you. It's a backlight. Oh man! But in the daytime, this display is real easy to read. View. One of those words. It has a button to turn the alarm on and off. It has hours and minutes for setting those alarms, timers, whatever. In this little window, it shows you whether it's in the off position or the volume level. This is the on-off volume control right here. This is the tuning knob right here. This is the band selection knob, FM, AM, shortwave 1, shortwave 2. So it has two shortwave bands. The earphone jack and the power adapter, which it comes with the power adapter. Now, little tiny, whoops, I'm going to break it off. Completely rotatable antenna for FM and shortwave. Get that out of the way temporarily. I've forgotten already how that folds down. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Battery compartment here, a little carrying handle right there. Yeah, it's functional. And it's, with no batteries, there's no batteries in it. It's really lightweight. And you put those 3 D cells in there and it's going to have some heft to it. Now, let's turn the radio on. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. It's pretty basic. Oh, the shortwave bands go from, there's two bands, two bands. It goes from 6 megahertz to 12 megahertz, and then 12 megahertz to 18 megahertz. So it's basically 6 megahertz to 18 megahertz continuous. There's no skips, jumps, or oops. Okay, let's turn the radio on. I'm on the, should be, let's go to AM. Be careful we don't play any music, and I'm going to turn it on. A little power light right there. Sorry for the glare. Audio's good. Doesn't get real loud. But even with all the noise in this room, it's loud enough. That's 590 medium wave, which is not real close by. So we're picking up that station, no problem. Yeah, it's doing okay. I'll just tell you, I'm not going to sit here and tune the band. Medium wave, fine, picks up stations, they're clear. We have a lot of medium wave and FM stations close by, so it's, I mean, almost any radio can pick those up. Audio is fine. Now, let's go directly to shortwave. Well, indirectly. Okay, now we're on shortwave band 1, which, now this is interesting. In the documentation, there's nothing here that tells you about what the bands are. There's nothing. It's useless. In the ad, they said 6 to 12, 12 to 18. It's already down to 4.95. So that's not right. Let's see if I'm down at the bottom. Okay, 4.6 is the minimum, not 6. So that's screwed up. Well, but that's a plus. It actually will tune more than what it said in the ad, which means it should tune 5 megahertz. Tuning is fairly smooth, although I can't get it right on 5 megahertz. Probably can't hear anything. Shortwave is in the toilet right now. Let me extend this little antenna, tiny antenna, maybe 12, 14 inches. And nothing on 5 megahertz, which doesn't surprise me. Right now, shortwave is in the toilet, and using this little tiny antenna, oh boy, forget it. Yeah, it helps when I put my finger on it. Now, let me just mention something that I've mentioned before, but I don't know that I emphasized it, is, yes, using a little radio like this with this tiny antenna for shortwave, it ain't going to happen. When band conditions are excellent, meaning an SWS, a solar flux index of 100 and plus, you might get away with this. Now with the solar flux index 70 or below, it ain't going to happen. Don't expect even your best radio to do very good. Now, if you want to help it, you can collapse this and attach an external antenna. Now, what you want to do is your external antenna, you want to bring it into your office, in my case, with shielded coax cable to keep the RF in your office from getting into the radio. That means you also want to collapse this as much as possible and probably even lay it down. Oh, that's where it goes. It goes down inside. Well, that's nice. I like that. So you probably want to do that and then clip onto this so that you don't have that little piece of telescopic antennas picking up RF in. Look, I just kicked the microphone again. I'm so excited sometimes. Picking up RF in your office. So now we traveled off on that little sidebar. Let's come back. So again, I'm not going to try to show you shortwave reception because number one, it's 7:15 in the morning, and I don't get very good reception 7 o'clock in the morning. And number two, shortwave is in the toilet. I mean, even if I went over to this guy, he's going to struggle getting shortwave right now with the conditions the way they are. So you can't judge the shortwave reception of this radio right now. And that's another fallacy, is if you're new to shortwave and you get a radio and you go, there's nothing on shortwave, that's not true. There's a lot there. I mean, if you look at the shortwave listings, there's tons of stations out there, but we're just not able to receive them right now due to the band conditions, which from time to time will improve. Like a week ago, they improved slightly. The Dr. T told us they're going to improve slightly, and they did, and you could hear a little more. Also, it depends on your location. If you're, say you're on the east coast of the United States, you're going to be able to pick up some of those European stations. If you're on the west coast of the United States, you might pick up some of those Asian and Australian stations. For me, in Florida, I'm on the west coast of Florida. I'm not doing too good right now. Let me tell you, I'm not doing too good. So don't judge the reception of a shortwave radio right now. It will improve. We're kind of at the bottom of the 11-year cycle where conditions are not good, and then eventually it will start going back up, and then they'll get great. But it's going to be, it's hard to predict, but it's a couple of years maybe, except for occasionally things will improve. Anyway, I'm babbling here, trying not to do that. AM, FM shortwave works fine. I thought, and maybe that was a different radio. No, I thought when they highlighted the fact that it had a speaker, I thought you could use this as a amplifier speaker system, but there's no line input on here, so forget that. You can't use it for that. I'm hoping you could. It's just over $10 on Amazon. You go to my Amazon store right now, and I'd have it as the first item in my store. And pick one up. I mean, you could take this to the beach or fishing. If your dog uses it as a claw device, claws it all to pieces, or you drop it in the salt water, no big deal. $10, AM, FM shortwave. I think you ought to get one. What do you think? Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, you give me a thumbs up if you like this show. Not whether you like the radio or not, but did you like my show? Bye-bye.